Cut. Okay, let's try this again.
That's actually a topic right now because one of my daughters dated her ex-brother, claiming that she didn't know that was her ex-brother.
Um, oh shit.
Shouldn't that be like a rule inside of like bloodlines too?
Nah, in bloodline they don't care if you do incest. That's my rule. We don't do incest.
That's what I mean. But
It's my rule, yeah.
other
And
people
we
do
should.
different things.
Yeah, it tell you in bloodlines on the webpage that your clan develops your rules. Cause there's some clans where this one man he tried to give me his clan where everybody in his clan was supposed to be his baby girls, but he was at him calling and was having sex with him. Nah, I won't hold you to the same rules. No, motherfucker, I'm not coming.
It's crazy.
The problem is there's a lot of females in this family. And all of these dudes we showed up here, they'd be like, damn, it's free for all right now.
But
I don't have. I have how many? I put it in Padre box. So what I got? 9 daughters and 7 sons.
something like that.
Dude, I'm this
You
dude
want me to
showed up.
check?
No, I'm looking.
Yeah, I'm not tripping on what people do because what's taboo.
Yeah.
Is a life. What's taboo to one person is a lifestyle to another person.
Look, and I understand that. That's why I say that's role play. If you want to do incest, you can go outside my family.
Right.
You can go anywhere you
shit.
want to. Because being the head of this family, there's no incest. I ask you to respect each other and no incest because you're not here for each other. You know me. Each one of y'all know me. You don't know each other. So I'm not asking you to love each other. I'm saying respect me. So when you're around me, if you don't like somebody, mute them and keep going.
Yeah. Okay. Off topic. I got a curiosity, and it's dealing with females and their bodies. Okay, so of course, Nicki Minaj said that she got implants because Wayne was bringing in females that were already voluptuous and curvy, right? And then we had not then, but we also had old girl from is it the Firm? What's her name? Biggie's little chick, Lil Kim. Lil Kim did all that shit to her face and body and got all curvy and shit like that. So what I'm curious about is when that whole augmentation phase kicked in, why is it that people with natural curves automatically started coming out the closet? Not the closet, but started coming out the woodwork and showing themselves out in public.
Okay, they were you talking about the natural people because
Yeah.
the natural people always been natural. They were never in the closet. What they were called was big, fat, thunder thighs, and all those things. Then when other thicker people came out that were non-melanated or partial melanated, then they fine thick. Oh, she fine like a sister. Oh, she thick like a sister.
So the
And
brown
we was
folks
like, what
getting
the
body
fuck?
shamed?
Black women were getting body shamed. It's always been that way. We've always been thick and curvy. When
So-
they start trying to be like us, that's when they, black men used to say, she fat. White women used to love to say, she fat. Now they want to be curvy. They want those BBLs and stuff like that. And now all of a sudden, oh, she fine thick. But sisters been like that for all their life.
So that's when they started coming outside more. Whenever the
They was
Caucasian
already
chicks.
outside. They was just not being looked at because they was being called fat.
Well, I remember
They covered up.
we had that.
Look.
80s.
Like I've always been well endowed, right? And it's a family trait. We all have breasts and we also have ass. When men saw us, even at young ages, they used to make comments. So much to the point where I felt so I got to be so introverted that I used to make sure I wore big clothing, big sweatshirts, always baggy clothes because I didn't want my shape to show. Then I would hear black women be telling, "Oh, girl, oh she fine. Ooh, all the men gonna want her. Oh my God, look at them legs." That's what they used to say to me. Like my band director, when he was looking for in high school, when he was looking for majorettes and flagettes, he wanted to make sure we all had thick thighs. He wanted us to be. So when he came at some of us, some of the people thought that he was, trying to molest girls, but he was gay.
Oh.
So he had to explain that. He was like, "No, I want my girls, when we marching and stuff, I don't want them thick, thin chicks. I want girls that can, stand out. I want them thick and, I want them thick and fine because that's what black women are. That's natural, So that's how some people saw it. But in most men loved our curves, but white women called us fat. Hispanic women called us fat. But all the while they wanted to be fat.
You know what's fucked up? Just from the point of view that I'm coming from, it's fucked up that I'm seeing what they put in front of us on entertainment, but in real life, I got to see exactly what you're talking about because your average girl next door was like Penny or like D from what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Or Leonas and females.
They
like
weren't
that.
anorexic, right?
Yeah. Velmas.
Like when they tried to cancel recast Living Single because they said they was too fat.
Oh,
that's crazy.
They said Khadijah, Pam, and Regine was too fat. They want them to lose weight. And they put their foot down and say, "No, we are black women. This is what black women look like."
That's crazy.
Because think about it. Even on all the shows with the mamas, the black mamas, they was always heavy-set black women.
Yeah,
Well, nobody's skinny. I'm talking about the shows. Florida Evans, That's My Mama,
yeah,
Baby I'm Back. Those mothers were thick. I'm talking about the actual females in the sitcoms.
I'm being funny. I know what you're talking about.
I know, including with Different Strokes.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everybody was all black women were thick because of the stereotype that.
Strokes.
Yeah, even Different Strokes. When Miss Garrett left, they had a before they got the little white boy, they had a black woman that was in that show first.
Different Strokes.
I mean later, but she went away. She went to the school.
Different Strokes. Hold on. Let me stop
with Todd
sounding
Bridges
stupid and look it up for myself because I'm kind of lost.
I want to say,
You know, talking about the show.
what's the
with Gary
show
Coleman?
where Gary and them got bigger and they kept that show on. Then Miss Garrett went to the school. Remember?
With Facts of Life?
Yeah, Facts of Life. That's what I meant. What is Different Strokes?
Different Strokes is
That white kid, that little midget dude, that little small dude, and the white
Nah,
family.
that's Webster. You talking about Webster?
no, two different people.
No, it was with the two
Gary Coleman is
black
what
kids,
you're
and then his dad's
Okay.
white,
That's
and he had a
Todd
white
Bridges.
sister.
Yeah, but that's isn't that what Miss Garrett?
No, well, I think she used to come on it, but when they got cancer, she moved to Facts of Life.
Yeah, that's what I say. She the fact she was Miss Garrett was on with Todd them first. She left to go to the school.
Yeah, Different Strokes with Gary Coleman, man. Really?
Yeah, that's the one that says what you talking about, Willis.
Yeah, that's why I say she left that sitcom to go do the school. The one
Oh yeah,
with,
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
from that age.
yes.
That's what I said. Just like with I was just talking about this the other day with all Family Matters. George and Wheezy came from all in the family with Archie now. And then she
Yeah.
went to Maud as a maid, and then she went from Maud to them having their own to the Jeffersons. That's she went from Maud to Jeffersons. So she was on 3 shows.
That's crazy.
Actually,
So
she was on.
Yo, wasn't she on the Partridge Family too? No, she was. Was she on the Partridge Family? No, she was.
67.
No. Okay, no.
No, that's Florence that was on
Welcome
227.
back.
You talking about
okay,
Florence?
okay.
I'm talking about Florida Evans. I'm talking about George White, Wheezy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And then because she went from Florida Evans went from Florida Evans from Good Time, went from family with all the family with the Archie Bunker now. Then she went to Maud. And then Maud, but then she met Florida and Wheezy, and Wheezy was a maid, and she met that's how she met George, and George got the apartments on moving on up.
Them was some shows, man. I love them shows, boy.
At least those shows had a background that you can. It's like before they had their own syndicate show. They came from another show. Each character,
all black shows spin off something else.
Spin-offs, yeah. And it's like at least they had that backbone, that foundation to start off on one show as a co-star to start in.
But
your
the
own
difference
shit.
is they was all known. See, the difference is they still had all white writers, and the writers would write them something different because they still never got the recognition of being the star on the show. They were stars as a collective, so they didn't have to give them no big checks.
Okay, I'm nodding my head. I'm understanding that a bit.
Okay, it's like on the white shows when they did a sitcom, if they got big, they would pay the stars individually according to how the people were liked by the viewers.
All right.
So that person became the star of the show if they were liked by the viewer. On black sitcoms, they never let anybody be the breakout star, because if they had a breakout star, then they would make sure that they went off the show for a little while. Like, remember when JJ disappeared for a minute?
No.
Because he was the breakout star. James was a breakout star. People started liking James a lot, because he had just did Roots. They took him away for a while, and he wasn't working on Roots. Then they killed him off. Remember when he was working on Roots, because they didn't want to pay him the money that he was deserving of then. So that's why he left Good Times. And then they brought in, the old dude that she was supposed to be messing with, because James he died in the pipeline.
Oh, what's his name? Amos, something like that.
Yeah, John Amos. Yeah. So you have to think about why the sitcoms were like that. That's just like in SNL, why they only had one black character at a time, and that black person had to play male and female roles.
I hate SNL.
Because they fired Eddie Murphy out the show. Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, I hate SNL, man. Ooh. Anyway.
They fired Keenan ass twice, and then brought him back. Because who else could they bring? Who else were they gonna get a job to? Think about it.
Okay, I just did a video warning people about entertainment and how, entertainment ain't for us and it ain't always gonna be good for us. And I was talking about Keenan's punk ass. And I was like, man, how can you work for people or for an entity like that, knowing damn well that it's not gonna do us any good?
Money.
I know that.
When Keenan was, but I'm saying the reason why Keenan did it, because he didn't like it. Because like I said, they fired him twice. He had an accountant that they had gave him. Even his mom was like, "This is our person for us. He worked with the white folks. He'll do us. He know what he doing." That man stole all the Keenan money. Keenan was working on SNL broke, so he had to keep going. Because he had no money. I'm talking about like zero. That man stole all his money and left the country.
See, I don't like that because even Damon Wayans,
He was suicidal after that.
even Damon Wayans, when he got fired or when he voluntarily left, it's like he wasn't rich. He was still damn near broke when he left them, but he was like
All
fuck
of
them.
them. None of them. But see, the difference is he had a brother that was getting ready to launch something.
Still, he was like, man, fuck them. He's not gonna
But
sit there and let them box
but he
him.
had somewhere to no, because he did. He worked there until his brother broke out with the other show. Because his brother was on the show first, and they fired him.
No, I know where you're coming from, but I think Keenan could
see,
still use his talent somewhere else without fucking with them people.
When back then, white folks controlled TV.
He could have done
So
something.
where was he going? Where?
Okay, with that question being with that question right there on the shelf, you got three pioneers.
He talked about it.
No, true.
But he talked about it.
I've seen.
I'm saying he did a whole talk about. He was saying because they were talking about how SNL does black people.
I've seen that. I've seen it. That's what makes me kind of passionate about the topic. But you got three pioneers. You got Gordon Parks. You got Melvin Van Peeble, and you got Ozzy. Was it Ozzy Davis?
And none of them own shit.
Well, that's not the point. Gordon Park had to go to France to get his director's license
Okay.
because he couldn't get it here. But it's the point that fuck them here. If you're gonna
And
do
he
it
didn't get
and
no
you want to
money.
do it, you're gonna go where you need to go to get it done.
But he never got any money.
But he got to do what he wanted to do without
But
having
see,
somebody
if that's
on
the
his
most
neck.
important thing, but if that's the more important thing to them, then that's what they would do. But it's not
Right.
the most important thing to them. It's being seen.
And
So that's why he stayed where he was staying, because they wasn't making black people them like Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby got his money before he did the Cosbys. He just got richer during the Cosbys.
I'm just saying the things that piss me off with our people who are out to get that money. They are willing to sell themselves out to get that money.
Okay, now your example of what you're talking about is Sidney Poitier. He didn't sell himself out. He wouldn't play. He wouldn't play certain roles.
He got that slap that was heard from around the world. Ain't that how that quote goes? From in the heat of the night when he slapped that white dude. It's like the only.
Oh, you talking? I'm talking about. Oh, you talking about in the first one, the original?
Yeah, the original.
Yeah,
But,
call me Mr. Tibbs. Yeah. and look who's coming to dinner. You have to think about the roles that he played.
I get you.
Yeah, I see all of those.
He didn't sell
So
himself out.
when he played, that's why I said he. But see, that's what he said. He was an activist, though. It's a big difference when you're an activist, because then you stand on morals, because you already know that you already standing on your morals. Same thing that Denzel did. Denzel said, I'm standing on my morals. If I don't get that part, then I don't get that part, but you ain't gonna make me no buffoon.
But I can't put them in the same category as Keenan. I can't do that.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Keenan's brother and them already had a pathway. They had already got fired. So they was
not the
pitching.
Wayans. I'm talking about Keenan from Saturday Night Live.
Oh, but that's what I said. He went broke. He didn't have nobody to have his back. He was still a kid. And he went broke, so he had to work to get. He said, he was so broke that him and his mom went to file for food stamps.
So,
That's how much money that they stole from him.
so,
And that's also how they had that rift between him and Cal.
so. I'm not arguing with you. I'm
What-
just saying.
Oh, I'm
he's
not
a
saying. I'm just
talented
saying
man.
he didn't have nothing. But what is
He
your
could have gone
talent
with
gonna
Robert
show
Townsend.
for?
He could have.
Who?
He could have got with Robert Townsend at that time, right?
Okay, Robert Townsend wasn't thinking about no young people. He ain't bringing over. Robert Townsend was accused of being a gatekeeper himself.
Well, what
Because you
about-
think about it, if Robert Townsend was, if he had all that, then why didn't he break out like with, what's his name, Terry? What's his name right now? The gay
Terry
guy?
Crews.
No, the gay one.
Who?
Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry.
Oh, Man, fuck
Because
him.
Townsend,
Oh,
but
anyway, bad.
what I'm saying is,
I got you.
Tyler Perry knew that they weren't gonna just throw roles at him, so he created his own roles,
Yeah,
and he
respect
did
that.
his by doing his. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Keenan, he didn't have that. He didn't have that drive. He didn't have that kind of drive. Tyler Perry started his stuff doing plays, making his money, saying, I'll do these plays, we tape them and we'll pass them out. So he was, not only was he paying, getting money to do the play, but he was recording his plays and getting money from that. Then he had people coming at him saying, well, let me make a movie out of that. So when he made his money, he was like, okay, fuck you doing my movies, I'll do my own movies. And he started doing his movies slowly. And then the more money he got, the more he invested in himself. Other people didn't do that. That's just like when Taraji was on.
When did Keenan go?
There, what is? I don't know.
No,
you looking it up?
I'm talking to my keyboard.
Yeah, he got robbed by his accountant. And then Tyler, what's her name? Taraji was talking about, when she got that Oscar, how nobody called her. The phone stopped ringing and everything. And Tyler Perry is the one who gave her next break to get her a paycheck. And she was saying, because in white movies she still was getting bottom dollar, and that's why they complained when Oprah did them like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So what she was saying, and so T.I. told her, he said, why we keep waiting on the white folks to do what for? There's a lot of celebrities that can invest in a movie with you, and we can make a role. We can make a bankroll. And she said, y'all will do that. So I'm like, why ain't they doing that shit? Because the only person doing that shit is what? Country Wayne? Country Wayne doing it on his own. And what's the other guy name? Is it Gucci? One of the rappers. He do his clips where he making money. The other person that's doing it is not Eddie Griffin, but Cat Williams. Cat Williams don't wait on them folks no more to send him anything. He create his own way, and he sell his own tapes, and he sell his own shows. He got more stand-up shows on what's it called, Netflix, than anybody else. And they paid him for it. That's why he was trying to tell Monique, stop asking them folks to help you and give you something, and just do it on your own. So that's when she got a break from somebody else, went ahead and did a movie with her, and then everybody else started calling her back again. Thank you, baby girl. And now she did that ghost movie, what's that movie she made?
Ooh, Monique?
One where she said, fuck them kids. What's the name of that movie?
Taraji?
No, Monique. She did a scary movie.
Self-definite.
No, it's not Conjuring. It's something that do with ghosts. But
It's
anyway,
I by myself. That's that movie.
no, that's Taraji. I'm talking about Monique when she did the movie with the scary, where she was locked in the house and they was killing each other.
I remember that movie. Yeah, it just
She
came
did a
out
horror film. It came
2024.
out.
It came out 2024. I think.
So that was her debut back. But you see, she ain't really did nothing since. She doing stand up again to get her name back out there because she didn't realize she need to do this shit on her own because she can't wait on people to get her roles because she feel like Tyler Perry and Oprah and what's the other dude name? Jerry Butler. All them blackballed her. They were gatekeepers.
Wow, that shit hurts me a whole lot when I see what they did to that woman.
Yeah,
that's crazy though. Why?
No, it's not Precious. It's let me look it up because we watched that movie because she was like, what about the kids? And she was like, fuck them kids.
Yeah, we watched together, babe. Right? Remember?
Yeah. What was it?
Just type of Monique. Monique last movie.
Hold on, all you do is do the IDM.
Robert Townsend.
M-O-N-I-Q, type Q-U-E.
The reading?
Yes, that's what's called, The Reading. Y'all ain't seen that movie?
We did see that one day.
Yeah, we did. Well, I see it. I saw it.
Yeah. You gotta see that movie. You gotta see The Reading.
You saw it with me. We saw it together.
See it again. Yeah.
We watched it. She just don't remember, but we watched it
That's why I
together.
said, say it again. Because she played the hell out of that. And they still didn't give
Really?
her shit. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
because I was confused though. Who was who and what the fuck was what? And I'm usually pretty good. I'm usually pretty good at figuring shit out, and I was
Okay,
confused to the end.
so basically, let me try to remember how it went. However it went, it had where she had an accident. And when she had the accident, basically nobody did for her. Not even her family. So basically, she planned where she would have a reading so she can get a younger body, so she can go back out there and live her life. But she killed everybody in that house. And at the end, because she was supposed to be possessed, at the end, she finally got the body because the girl and her friends, they all came over there and they took part in her reading where they were trying to con her out of money.
Whoopi Goldberg
So,
ghost. I'm bullshitting.
so, so she killed them one by one, and at the end, when she wrote the book, which because she wrote this book, and at the end, when they was interviewing her about her book, she was actually on the other girl in the other girl's body.
That's crazy.
So she killed all of them so she can get her bodies, to get a body, a young body that had powers, and the girl she was clairvoyant, and she needed that body.
Okay.
Cause they were like, "What about your kids?" And she was like, "Fuck them kids."
I need to let go
That
of
was
this
my
bone
favorite
that I
part.
got. I gotta let go of
Okay.
this bone that I got, and the only way I can do that is just with these little fun facts. Keenan, he got fucked over by his accountant, 99 to 2000. We was asking, or it was brought up, what else was he gonna do around that time? And I was like, well, Robert Townsend. Robert Townsend had what's that TV show? Something shit. Just had it on screen. Parenthood. He also had a movie called Love Songs, and this is 99. He also
But who was the executive producer?
I don't know. I'm just saying this brother was doing
I'm saying
projects.
that's what makes it. But that's what I'm saying, baby. I'm saying to you that these people were doing projects under the auspice of somebody else's studio.
True, they wasn't independent like that then, right?
Right.
I got
So
you,
I'm
I
saying,
got
who
you.
was he
They
going
couldn't
to?
put
Because
nobody
if
on
Robert
like they wanted
Townsend,
to.
if Robert Townsend was putting people on, then why didn't he put anybody on? Robert Townsend didn't make nobody famous until Five Heartbeats.
Well, what about that? Those comedy clubs that struggling
Keenan wasn't no
comedians.
stand up. He wasn't no stand up comedian though.
I
Keenan
got
was
you,
a
I got you.
comedic actor. He was not a comedian. It's a big
Boy,
difference.
you know, it's like. Well, I want to be mad at him, but also I want to understand, what what the issue is and why it's digging into my side like that. And as far as
Look at Raven Simone. Same thing.
Monique is the same shit. Same shit, Monique.
Monique got
Really?
blackballed. The other people, they stopped on their own. Cause Raven Simone, she went from child star to star nothing. You know what I'm saying? She didn't keep going. I didn't like her no way, but she
She
didn't
had
keep
mental
going.
illness though. She had mental illness. The Raven
That's
Simone.
what mental illness.
shit, we all got
Didn't she? She said she claimed that she had to take time off
Okay.
from doing movie the industry because she was dealing
Okay.
with something. Yeah.
But Raven Simone at that time, before she became Raven Simone that you know at this time, was bullshitting. Talking about she was having a problem with her identity because she
Yeah,
was
exactly.
light skinned. Hold on. Because she was light skinned. You know how many motherfuckers was light skinned back then, didn't have no mental issues because they were light skinned?
That's mental illness. That's
But
mental
yeah, but
illness.
that's some shit she made up because did nobody diagnose her with no mental illness?
And wasn't nobody buying that shit, not from our community.
She didn't have no diagnosis. Because if that was the case, they wouldn't have let her on national TV because they didn't know when she'd flip out. You see what I'm saying? She was on
But
talk
she
show.
who's to say because she wasn't diagnosed, that doesn't mean that she wasn't dealing with something.
She just needed her ass whooped.
All black people have PTSD.
You know what? Mama Ray, you're a nurse, so you know what you say is blasphemy. You understand how mental illness works, right?
I do, and I was a psychology minor, and I'm telling you,
We're dealing with bipolar, or we're dealing with borderline personality.
I'm gonna tell you, Raven Simone made up some shit so she can deal with the stress that she was not getting hired. She got typecast. Nobody wanted her.
Right.
That's like Janet Jackson. You have to think about when Janet Jackson left Good Time, she went to Fame. She didn't do shit else either because she ain't had no damn talent. Do you know in Fame she didn't even sing? All they did was let her dance.
Oh, really?
Cause she can't sing without a damn machine.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think of people, she might be an entertainer, but she ain't have no voice, no sing. What song do you know that Janet sung that she not whispering?
Janet Jackson can sing, man. What you saying? Janet Jackson can sing?
Janet Jackson cannot sing. That's why all her songs. Hold on.
You know that Johnny Jackson R&B album, right? Her R&B album, right? Those songs.
I understand what you're saying. I like that. But what I'm saying to you, there are singers and then there's singers. Janet was never a singer. That's why she was never singing. That's why her songs are always the same.
She can go from the shower and that's
she sings soft and whispers. Yeah. The hardest song that she ever sung was Black Cat. Have you heard Black Cat? Yeah, she ain't no Beyonce, she ain't Karen, she ain't Whitney.
Beyonce can't sing for shit.
Exactly.
Beyonce cannot sing.
But she's an entertainer. But see, this is what I'm saying. There's entertainers. Because I said the same thing about Brandy. Brandy is halfway on that border of not being able to sing. Because people are like, oh, she's better than Monica. And I'm like, you a goddamn lie.
Yeah,
Brandy Monica, you crazy as fuck.
Some people will get after you for talking about Brandy, but you kind of right.
I know I'm right.
She's good in studio. She's good in studio. She's good in studio, but But didn't she say
she stopped singing?
Brandy's song with Whitney Houston once, though. Brandy's song
in her
with
movie, in the movie, because she played her daughter in Cinderella. But check this out. Brandy has a voice because she stayed in the studio. She got a studio voice. It's a great voice for studio work because that's why she don't do concerts. Brandy don't do concerts. The last concert Brandy did, they booed her, and she was on stage talking about, y'all booing me. Y'all booing me.
They want to be Fantasia.
Hey, yo, babe, your mom is too much.
That's why she was, okay, but let me finish. That's why she started drinking, and she had that accident where she killed that person. Her money saved her from going to jail for manslaughter.
I mentioned Fantasia because Fantasia got a voice.
Yeah,
Fantasia can sing. She can sing.
Jennifer Hudson can sing. That's why I said there's singers and then there's singers.
Give them prayer hands, say what's up America. Half of you should know me, right? Other half a replica. Shout out to my